You are wasting your time. I've always had trouble managing my time, We're all human. We all deal with it. It's something that creeps up on all of us. It's feeling as though a day has gone by super fast and, you were doom scrolling and you just have nothing done. You feel super unproductive, and that's just something that's happened. And that's something that we all go through, and we just have to deal with it. It could be an assignment that felt super far away and the deadline creeps up on you, and eventually it's just in front of you. It's due tomorrow and you have no idea what to do. But there's the other side of that where you're so worried about time that your time becomes terrible. You have no fun. You don't do anything, entertaining in your life. You just, I got to get this done. I got to get that done. I got to get this done. And you're just obsessing over these meaningless endpoints that mean nothing to you when you have no entertainment and fun happening in your life. The planning that you do turns into this robotic schedule where you're doing this and then that. That's it. There's no, excitement. There's no room for chaos. There's nothing. I think that many people overcomplicate their time. And, as I said, over planning leads to little to no excitement, and it hurts the experience. But on the other side as well, like what I mentioned earlier, under planning, it leads to too much going on, and you lose everything, and that's something that nobody can afford. You can't lose to not plan to have some type of insurance note or a car crash. You have to have something like a fund. You have to have something to rely on, and that's the same thing with time. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And there's balance between everything. So you don't need a strict schedule that's like set in stone, because that can deter you a bit. You need to have some general construct. You have to have something, I want to get this done around this time. It doesn't have to be, I need this done at 7 p.m. flat, because that leads you to overstress, and it gives you this sort of writer block mentality, but it's your life. And I don't think anybody can afford that, especially when it comes to a career or studying. And I think what everybody can take away from this is that you don't want to overcomplicate things, because it may lead to problems that you didn't assume you would have in the beginning. You fall into this routine that's so robust. Maybe robust isn't the word I'm looking for, but you fall into such heavy of a routine that it destroys you. It can fuel your depression and boredom, and it's really a killer. Now, you don't need to obsess over the time you're spending, but you need to organize it. Something, for example, I have to go buy groceries and I have to go get my car checked out. So what do? I'm going to buy groceries tomorrow after I wake up and eat breakfast. See, there's not a definite time. When you say 2 p.m. sharp, that's like, that's, oh my gosh, I got to go rush. I might end up forgetting something and I'm wasting even more time. So you have to factor in another thing that, a mechanic's not just going to wait on you. You set an appointment. And for that reason, the balance must be found. There's certain things that you must prioritize and give them specific times, and there's certain things that you don't necessarily need to prioritize as much, and you can give them a general construct. And that gives you this feeling of freedom and variety where you're not super anxious and tired and scared or, overcomplicating things. Because time is more valuable when it's not obsessed over. And I think that's such an important life lesson you have to take, because anything is more valuable when it's not obsessed over, whether it's a relationship, a memory, an experience, anything. If you obsess over time, you become to hate it. It becomes a deep hatred. If you obsess over a person, it becomes a hatred. You yearn for them so much that you can't even think of doing anything else. If you obsess over your time in the same way, you're not going to ever think about, let me go take this detour and do something new. You're going to think about, I need this done now. And although this might be great for you, your wallet, It's not great for you as a person. It's not great for you mentally and emotionally. And I think that's the takeaway you have to take. Anyway, this is just me ranting a little bit. I hope you got something out of this. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.